Hey, welcome back to MojaveKY. Thank you guys so much for joining us. This is the installation video for the door trim piece. So as you can see, it's already in the car. Here is the stock silver, and we are going to the hyper blue metallic, which is the same that's in the SEMA grill in the front. So that same blue that is on any of your guys' hyper blue metallic cars is an accent. So there are several options available from GM. I'll put a link to one of the sellers of it. I cannot honestly remember where I got it. I think I got it from Classic Chevrolet in Texas, but it's been a while. I installed this actually a long time ago, just never got to editing it. And like I said, this weekend, my boy is going off to college, so we won't see the Mustang for a bit. And we won't see him for a bit, which makes me sad, but we'll keep chugging along, and when he's back, he will help me out with videos like he always does. All right, so what are some of the options? Obviously, there's just the stock one. There's a hyper blue metallic. There's orange, there's white, there's red, and a yellow, I think. You'll have to look at the link. But there's some options if you are looking and interested in this product. You're gonna pay around $250. I'm gonna tell you I didn't pay $250 because I actually had a coupon because I bought the car through Costco and you got this kind of discount on accessories. So I did not pay that, and I'm not sure I'd be willing to, but I really do like this option, and I already bought another kind of thing that goes with it in the car. We'll see how far I go with the blue accent in the car. I could kind of go overboard, I think. All right, so let's get to the installation video, and then on the back side, I'll tell you a couple of the things that I think you should look out for.
All right, so first step is we need to take the door panel off, which requires us to take off the screw that's behind there. There's a screw behind this. We're just gonna pull this off, and there is a screw right there that we're gonna take off. So take those three off, and then we'll start undoing the door jambs. So you just pry this little piece that was back here off with a little tool, and then you have access to that. On these, literally, you can just kind of pull on them, and they'll kind of come off. It's hard to do it with the one hand, but trust me, you just kind of pull, pop, 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 and there's a couple on the bottom. So let me do that. So just pull, pop them off, and then you're good. The screw you're after is right back in there. And then take that one out, and then we'll start working just the door all the way around, and then there are clips up at the top here. So just so you know, right, not that this is a big deal, but this is a 7mm. So where everything usually in the world is 10, this is 7. So that's for this one, that one, and the one under. So there's clips like here, 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 down along. I'm gonna just pop at these. And there's clips up across the top, so do those second. But I've got the bolts out. Just let me get this tool behind here. Don't go tell me he's the one. And there's actually a third spot that they clip in. There. These two, and then there's a clip right in there. Don't worry about those clips, just make sure you pick them up. And then these clips, there's like 5 or 6 of them on the top. You can pull it off. So then on this, I'm going to only take, this is just for the door, I'm just going to take this off. I'm going to leave these two on, so just kind of get it. Pop that screw off, so we'll put this back in there when we're done. And I'll just set the panel like this. Pull these off. They're just held down with just a little, not even a clip. Just kind of pull this back so you can get at. There's 12 screws that you're going for, and they're all just kind of going around just like the trim piece is. Anything with kind of a screw head on it is what you're taking off. Any of these guys that are not screw heads, you don't need to take those off. And there's one that's right behind this guy, so you might, nah, I think I'll be okay. So you got that one behind here, a couple more here, a couple more up here to take off, and that's it.
Yeah, you hear it, how that sounds. Oh, let it go. Oh, let it go. Oh, let it go. You found a baby for your heart.
What?
All right, so we have all 11 of those screws out, and there's just a couple little pins like that, and that's it. Comes out. We'll put the new one into that same spot and then screw the 11 screws in on the back side, and that's it. You're done. So just so across, across the top, you've got these little divots. You got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. The underside of this has those little connectors that will slide down into those divots. So you'll drop this on top of that, and then you can start to click the other areas in.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so this is back on. It's got the 11 screws behind there. The door's back hanging. We checked to make sure that the door would unlock. Now we're just going to put the 3 screws in, here, here, here. Put the bolster back on, put that little plate back on, and you're done.
Alright, so thanks guys for watching that install video. As you can see, if you kind of take your time and go through the steps, it's not a terrible process. And if you've watched other install videos from me, I don't like taking anything apart that I don't have to. So when I take that door panel off and I move it onto the side and I just kind of set it in there, it just kind of sits in there nicely. As you notice, the electronic stuff, I did not disconnect it because I didn't have to. So if I don't have to take something off and risk breaking a plastic pin, I just skip that. So you just saw me pull that off. Now, what would I say the most difficult part of this install is? It's not the screws, right? There's a ton of them, which, I don't know, it kind of begs the question, do you need that many? But they're there, so you have to deal with them. The hardest part is getting those 6 top part of the door panel and the door panel lined up and those clips back into those 6 spots. It's a serious pain. There's just no get around it. It's a pain. I don't know if there's a secret, but if there is one, I don't know what it is. And it just takes time. You just kind of got to line them up. The problem is the door panel like pins that there are throughout the door panel. As you're lining those up and you think you have those, some of the door pin panels don't line up because you're at an angle, right? So you just kind of gotta work it. My suggestion is to kind of work from the inside corner where the hinge is along and out. And so I kind of set that one, got those ones popped in, and then kind of tried to work that back. I'm not saying it went smooth, because it didn't. That's always been a tough one for me in terms of getting those 6 ones back on. I guess the more you do it, probably the more you get comfortable with it. All right, so hope you enjoyed that video. I think it makes a nice change to the interior. I have a couple other changes, like I said, to the interior with the blue. You guys will have to start letting me know maybe when I've lost my mind and I just keep adding blue. But I think there's another thing on the door that I want to change, and there might be a couple things on the inside that I want to change to that blue. Again, I don't want to go overboard. I want it to be an accent, but I really like the black and blue theme, and I like kind of the gray seats, hash white seats, and the way they go with that black and blue. All right, so thank you guys so much for watching. Hey, thanks for all the subscribes. I think as of this morning, we are at 1,460. So that's pretty cool. And we're getting closer to that 1,500 mark. And then, I don't know, we'll see where we go from there. So I know I owe you guys a few videos, and I still have them planned. Just, you know, life kind of gets in the way. But the E85 is on the car. I know I owe you kind of a video on that. And I actually have other videos planned in terms of like living with E85 and kind of what that means. And then we've got the pod, right? I definitely would like to get the pod on. It doesn't look that difficult, so I can definitely get that done. But couldn't get it done this weekend. So I used some footage that I already had and a video I'd already planned on showing you guys a long time ago and posting that today. All right, so in the meantime, while Kent is moving into his new college and we are sad and missing him, go enjoy your car and keep modding.